topic. Now, Errol Spence came out and he retweeted and on Instagram posted a story of stating like basically, hey, listen, I'm coming for that strap 2020, the WBO strap. Not the WBA, because we don't know if Manny Pacquiao is willing to put that on the line or not. But that WBO strap, where is it at? It's right there on your side. Yeah. Hey, the Errol, the truth is already over there. He lurking. He looking for that smoke. So he's saying 2020, he want to make it happen. So do you see that fight taking place 2020 toward the late parts of 2020, like December, for example? If he faces somebody in May or June, and then maybe another fight in 2020 December against Terence, can you see that taking place?
I'm gonna say no. I don't see it at all. I think it's too many politics. I want to see what kind of condition that Spence is in. I mean, they've said, I don't think there's been videotape of him actually doing any sparring or whatnot. So he looked fairly good, but I think he's gonna have to. First off, he's gonna have to let his body heal. He's gonna have to lose substantial weight. I'm guessing that he's probably creeping around 200 pounds right now. And to fight somebody of the caliber of Crawford, I think his handlers are gonna advise him against it. And then plus, just because it's Bob Arum, he's gonna just throw a wrinkle into it.
We have a super chat from Steven Martinez, donating to the channel for the first time. I appreciate it, AkHi, to Steven Martinez. And if you have a question, like I said, always ask the question and donate it. Throw a super chat and we're going to talk about it. So we're going to take calls.
Are you even a comment?
We're going to take calls right after this topic. So we're going to finish this topic, me and Professor Nam and the people that call me, because I'm getting like 5 calls, 6, 7, and they racking up. So I'm going to call y'all one by one. So when I do call y'all back, pick up and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, and then
so
also,
finish your point. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
We'll also have kind of a time window. We'll try to get through kind of like the topic and then open it up for you to comment about that topic, but towards the end for that. But that's, that's pretty much where I think that fight's going to stand at this point. Part of me is just I'm being a little cynical.
I missed it. Did you say 2020?
Yeah, I think 2021. I think part of me just being cynical. I just don't think that the powers that be are going to let this happen that fast. But I still think, though, and I'm not trying to go out there like Manny Pacquiao fans. It's just that through all of this, he is getting a pass for some reason. He's a welterweight champion. Like, his name should be in that pool in there. And fighting Amir Khan is a total cop-out. This guy hasn't had a significant win over a welterweight in I can't even name
You're talking
one.
About Bud,
Amir
right?
Khan. No, Amir Khan.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're talking about Bud fighting Amir Khan, right?
No, I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao. I threw him in there. Because he's negotiating right here with him right now. Because Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan still has a fan base.
We don't know for sure. He might fight Errol Spence next. You never know who Manny fight next. So we're not 100% sure, but the rumors are that Manny Pacquiao is fighting Amir Khan.
That sounds like it's true.
In Dubai. So we'll see, or in Saudi Arabia. However, as far as Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, man, that's a hell of a fight. However, I have to see how Errol Spence looks before I talk about him and Terence, because obviously when you go against, pound for pound #1 type of fighter like Bud, you got to be 100% ready. I feel like Errol Spence is the truth. I feel like Errol Spence is ready for any challenge as long he's back 100%. So if he do fight Danny Garcia or Manny Pacquiao next, where he treating them like tune-ups, Errol Spence already said it best. He said they don't like the fact that I'm back. So I want Danny next. I don't want no tune-up, because Danny's about to be his tune-up basically. So if he fight a Danny,
that's a good tune-up,
and he wins in an impressive fashion like how he used to look, which I'm pretty sure that's how he's going to come back and look, because he knows better. He's not going to rush in to box and go in that square circle, a square ring, I meant, and if he's not 100%. So if he does, the fight might take place 2020. He even retweeted Champ Size stating that as well. However, like I said, the business of boxing might be in the way, so it might take place 2021. So he might end up fighting a Virgil Ortiz till then, or maybe a Keith Thurman, because Errol Spence have so many choices. Like Terence Crawford, the longer he wait, the longer it's harder for him. It makes him look bad because then he got to fight a Porter or somebody, right? Errol Spence stays fighting big names because he fought Mikey Garcia on pay-per-view. He fought Sean Porter on pay-per-view. Now he about to fight Danny Garcia on pay-per-view. Manny Pacquiao could be next. Then maybe a Keith Thurman. Like I said, nobody's going to complain about either one of them fights if the Terence Crawford fight don't take place. So Terence has to keep his name in the media by not just calling out the best, because that's what he's doing as well. However, he has to fight the likes of Porters. He has to fight the likes of Ugas because that's the names that are respected in the welterweight division. So if he does that, then the pressure will be too much. And the PBC is going to have to make that fight happen. But if he don't, then they're going to basically make Errol Spence create leverage by fighting all these great fighters from Mikey to Danny to Pacquiao and become such a side, then he's gonna have all the leverage. Maybe they won't even do joint network no more. He probably end up being such a side, he gonna have to come see him on Showtime. I mean on Fox, right? Like he could get to that point. If he beat a Manny Pacquiao, you know how much of a star he's gonna end up becoming. So that's why Terence can waste no time, because Terence stated on the live that, like, I don't got to go to AkHi or PBC. I could stick here with ESPN and fights could still get made. But what he don't realize is, yeah, you could do that. But if you want to be put in a position like Errol Spence was, where he was the most feared and got all these big fights from Mikey to Sean Porter and even Danny Garcia now, because the tables turned. They didn't want to fight him, but the table turned. Now they got to come see him because he's the A side. He's the man of the division. He's the money man of the division. If you want to put yourself in that position, you should have went to the PBC, and you definitely will have had the same opportunities that Errol Spence had. But because you were obviously the enemy when it comes to business, PBC is not going to look out for your sake. They're going to try to build their fighters and have the leverage on their side. Now, Sean Porter probably end up getting a 50-50 deal fighting Terence Crawford, or even at Danny Garcia. When it looks like, wow, like they don't even got straps and they get 50-50 deals fighting Terence.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
What?
He's still number one pound for pound, and he holds a belt. Well, why wouldn't he have
Well,
leverage?
I'm saying, Bob, the way he was talking about the fight, he was kind of saying, like, Sean Porter, absolutely not. I would not put my guy versus Sean Porter. But then, now, the way he's talking about it, he stated, like, I didn't even know Kenny Porter was calling us out. I'm going to make the call happen. Like, Bob Arum, after seeing the interest that the fans and the hardcore fans want to see Sean Porter in there with Terence, he's like, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. Meanwhile, Terence is the one that's kind of like, nah, that's my friend. I don't want that fight at the moment unless it's for all glory and all that, all the straps. And that's obviously not the case. So since that's the case, Terence, like I said, has to take on any opportunity he sees available. Because Errol Spence, on the other hand, he been doing exactly what he been preaching. And that's what Terence stated as well. He was like, you know what? Errol Spence, he ain't lied to me. He said that I'm collecting all these straps on my side, then I'm going to come see you. So any last take on that before we take on a call?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little kind of tired of kind of talking about it, because it's we talk about this in hypotheticals, and like I don't want to get into this notion where we're speaking about this 4 years down the line. So with that said,
4 years.
I mean, that's what happened with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. So
well, we know that was Manny Pacquiao's fault, because Manny, he didn't want to take that drug test for $50 million. You know what I mean?
No,
so
but who was Manny's promoter at the time?
Bob Arum.
It was Bob Arum.
And that's what he did to Tyson Fury, because he was supposed to fight Wilder again.
Well, no, I mean, I give them credit. They fought in their prime. I don't want to. That's
no,
why
but I'm talking about Wilder and Fury was supposed to fight right away, and I think Fury wasn't supposed to have a tune-up fights, and then Bob Arum snatched Fury from Wilder and the PBC, which is a good business move. But
That's and they making the fight happen. But
still he took two tune-up fights, and that's because obviously Tyson Fury don't have nobody to fight on his side. He need a Wilder. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford, Bob Arum looking at it, as long as I get this Errol Spence fight for Terence, I'm making all the money that I'm missing out on at the moment. All these fights at the welterweight division. As long as I make the Terence versus Errol Spence fight in the future, I will make up all the money I lost. I don't care, regardless of what the PBC is making at the welterweight division. All these exciting fights. As long Terence fights Errol, I will end up making back all the money I invested in Terence.
All right,
So, I'm gonna go ahead.
So
I'm gonna go ahead and take a call because I got a lot of people calling me.
Well, yeah, Tommy Renfro, we need to hit him because he's a super chat.
What he say? What he say on the super chat?
He wants to drop a line about this. I think he might have some insight. So,
hold on. Where's my man?
Tommy
Hold
Renfro, if you could go ahead and call in now.
Tommy, make sure you call in. Hey, what's your zip code so I could pick it? What's your zip code? Let me know what's your zip code. Drop it in the comment section so I could, as soon as you call in, I know what time it is with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and call my man. Yeah, I need to know his zip code though.
Yeah, so
Tommy, make sure
Tommy,
you drop the
definitely drop your zip code because we want to make sure that we get your call in.
Yeah. So whenever Tommy does drop the comment, let me know and I'll pick it up. For the moment, I'm gonna call my man that called in. Yeah, so you could speak or reply to the comments for the moment.
All right, so Serrano Boxing, yeah. So we started at okay.
Yeah,
go ahead, I'll let you take the call.
What's up, fam? How you doing, AkHi? State your name and where you calling from.
I'm calling from Washington D.C. Man, my name's Donald Payne.
What's good?
What's good?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to state the fact that if he really wanted all the smoke, why did he re-sign with Top Rank?
If if somebody can answer that question, if somebody can answer that question,
OGs that got away from Top Rank made all the money and they made all the fights that they won.
So you saying you saying why did Terence re-sign with Top Rank, right?
If he wanted all the smoke,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's a legitimate question.
All the smoke, why did he do that? All the OGs that got away from Bob, they got all the money and they got all the fights.
That's the $1 million question, fam. That's the $1 million question. That's what we've been questioning Terence Crawford business decisions of late. And I've been telling everybody that's been listening that Terence made the wrong decision by re-signing with Top Rank. But I did hear that Top Rank got you under a contract where every time you fight, like let's say you fight for a belt, your contract get extended. So I don't know how easy it is for him to leave Top Rank, for example, because remember when Mikey Garcia did try to leave Top Rank, he ended up having to go for 2 years without fighting any fights because of the illegal issues they had, and they had to settle in court. So ain't no telling. But yeah, you can finish your thoughts.
Yeah, man, that's basically just, I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, that was a great point.
No, I mean, those are facts. We appreciate that in there, but good look, man. DC represent.
Hold on. DC, before you go, you got to let it be known. So you saying he re-signed because he don't want the smoke. Is that what you saying, fam?
That's basically.
If you want to sum it up.
He even pointed it out. He pointed it out. How Tim Bradley talking all that trash. He ain't never fight no PBC fighter.
Okay, yeah, that's facts. He didn't.
PBC fighter that Bradley fight.
Yeah, and he retired when Errol Spence wanted to smoke, and obviously the WBC ordered that fight to take place.
No, he didn't want that smoke.
It seemed like he want all the other guys to do all the work. What work has he done in the welterweight division?
Yep, I agree with you 100% on that, on Timothy Bradley. But as far as Terence,
he's trying to reap the benefits.
All right, that's good. So we're actually going to get to
the next caller.
To Tommy. Let's call Tommy back because he's at 360. So
appreciate you for calling, AkHi. Any last words? Let it be known.
No doubt. That's it. That's
all right. Appreciate it, AkHi.
Appreciate the love. All right, so Tommy, look out for you. We are giving you a call back. So it's that 360 number. And then Michelle, thank you for smash the like button.
Well,
hey, Tommy Renfro.
AkHi, what's up, fam? Where you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Vancouver, Washington.
What's good? West Coast. Yes, sir.
Not much, man. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we doing great. Appreciate the super chat first of all, and appreciate you for calling in, AkHi, and tuning in. I really appreciate it.
So, Tommy, you said you had a little bit of insight on this whole dilemma that you can provide to us.
Yeah, so look, I listen to your guys' podcasts and stuff all the time. It's just like I don't really like how, like, I don't know, I feel like everyone's kind of hating on Bud, you know, saying he's ducking certain people and it has to do with the politics of, like, you know, the networks and stuff like that. It's just, you're the pound for pound number one, and it seems like every time Bud fights, it's the most viewed fight of the year. You know what I mean? So I think he's bringing in numbers, he's bringing in the money. I don't understand why these dudes from the PBC side aren't fighting them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got a belt. Like, I just don't understand it. I guess you could say it's the politics, but
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Is because Terence Crawford, regardless of what people say, he's a high reward, but he's even a higher risk. So obviously they're gonna get paid well, but if they do fight him, he gonna end up possibly beating them. They don't like their chances of beating him. So if they're gonna fight him, they want it to be for all marvels. Like, basically, it has to be for all the money in the world, you know. So it could be worth the risk. Yeah. So that's kind of part of the reason, and part of it is because he's on the ESPN side, so it's easily an excuse they can make, like, hey, you know what, he's on the other side of the street. That's obviously a route they could take, instead of saying, oh, they didn't offer me enough money, oh, he's on the other side of the street. But I do agree with you, you know, Terence, like I said, you know, every time he fights, he does the highest ratings on TV, and he's not even fighting the Sean Porters of the world, or like the name fighters, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and it's kind of frustrating seeing it, because, like, I love boxing, I follow it so much, dude, and, like, I want to see the best fight the best. I want to see Bud get in there and fight Spence, and in my opinion, I actually believe he clears out the whole welterweight division. You know, I don't.
Who does?
Terence.
Terence.
He got Terence clean out.
Okay, I got you.
I think Terence cleans out that whole division, man. I really do.
And you know,
everyone at welterweight so far, you know, and the whole thing with this Sean Porter fight too is another thing. We're talking about the topics we talked about before, but it's just, I don't understand why Porter's name got dropped and everyone's saying he needs to fight Porter. Porter's coming off a loss. His best win is against Danny Garcia, and it's just like every time Sean Porter steps up to like an A-level caliber fighter, he can't go through. He can't pull through and get.
That's a great point. I mean? Hey, take these cats to school, fam. Take these cats to school. Keep going.
But it's good because it seems that you. Go ahead, Tommy.
He's coming off a loss, man. Why would Bud want to fight a dude if he's trying to unify? Why would he want to fight Errol Spence, his leftover? He just got done beating what's his name, Porter. Why would he want to hop in there with the dude that's coming off a loss, man? Like, I mean,
so Tommy, who would you like to see him fight right now?
Right now, I mean,
right now.
Errol Spence hurt, so I'd like to see him unify. Why? If Manny Pacquiao, he wants to hold on to a belt.
So Manny Pacquiao, yeah, he's been,
but you know, okay, but let's be.
I know he ain't gonna get in there with Bud Crawford, but it's just like it's stupid, man. Those are the fights we want to see, though, man. We want to see unification. We want to see who's the best in the division. So Pacquiao should just give up the belt then if he doesn't want to fight any of the top dogs. Instead of holding on to it.
That's what I've been saying too. That's what we on the same page. That's what I've been saying. But let's be realistic, because we know Manny's not gonna fight Terence because he wasn't interested back then, and he's not interested now.
We'll take his belt.
So let's say let's talk about who's available and who he really could fight next. So that's a Porter. Obviously, you're saying Porter's coming off a loss, this and that. So how about Ugas or maybe Danny? But Danny probably end up fighting Errol Spence, so that's a better opponent, or not even a better opponent. It's like a bigger fight for Danny, because he fighting against Errol Spence, who has 2 straps. But who you think realistically is gonna be Terrence's next opponent? Because me personally, after all this Porter fight, after all this Porter talk, I think he's gonna fight Porter next, because I feel like he's just gonna be like, you know what, all these people keep hyping up Porter. It is what it is. What's your take?
I would agree with that. More likely, I feel like it's gonna be Porter, but I feel like Crawford knows, like, hey, it's not like it's not the fight I want, but if it gets me to fight all these other PBC dudes, then yeah. But I don't like that fight. I mean, Porter's a bigger name than Ugas, but me personally, as a boxing fan, I'd rather see him fight Ugas, who's coming off a win. I think he fucked up. What's his name?
Yeah, Porter.
Omar.
Omar.
Oh, yeah, he beat Porter in my opinion too. He beat Porter. I felt like he edged the Porter fight, and then he beat Omar.
He gave Porter that work.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think that would be a tough fight for him, but I'd rather see that than a Porter fight. Porter's coming off a loss, but realistically, I don't know why everyone's like not on Danny Garcia's head because he's fighting Ivan Redcash. I'm not familiar with him. You know,
he's all right. Watch this. He has a pretty good.
Danny, Danny said he don't need them; they need him. So, but it's funny.
Danny done.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Danny delusional.
That's a delusional statement. But just to point this out, I remember Floyd Mayweather, right, when he was pound for pound #1. Everybody claimed that they want to fight Floyd Mayweather because they really could beat him, and it's not the money; it's the fact that they won the pound for pound #1 status. Now, Terence Crawford is pound for pound #1 in a lot of people's list, including new media, right? So if that's the case, how come they don't chase Terence Crawford the way they chased Floyd Money Mayweather, right? When Floyd became Money May, it shows that if Floyd Mayweather he never got to the Money May stage and he stayed as popular as Pretty Boy, they never would have fought at him, because it's a matter of they don't like your style because they can't beat you and they have to use all these code words and excuses instead of saying, hey, you know, is actually the money. You know, they just wanted to fight Floyd because of the money, not because of the legacy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could finish your point.
I hear you, but it's just like for Bud now, because Mayweather, when he became Money May, he was like at 140, 147, maybe even 154 for a little bit too for a couple fights. You know, he is a smaller dude naturally, so some of these bigger dudes in weight classes are probably like, yeah, maybe I could rough him up. But Floyd's so slick that he just outboxed him, man. As he got older too, he just outboxed him. But right now for Crawford, he's at 147, his third weight division. He's stopping every dude in there so far, man, that they throw him in there with. So I see Garcia ducking him specifically because, you know, Crawford would work him. Crawford would fuck.
I agree with that.
Honestly, I think Crawford would stop him, to be honest with you. And Garcia's a tough dude. I haven't seen him get dropped or anything. I've seen him hurt, but
he definitely outboxed him. Terence will definitely school him all day. He would take him to the AkHi University for sure, like you taking these casual fans to the AkHi University, fam. So I appreciate you calling, Tommy. We got a lot of people calling in, and we got to get to the next couple topics. So you could call in toward the end of the show. We're gonna have accept all the call-ins and stuff like that. And I always appreciate you for tuning in. And like I said, man, you got a lot of boxing knowledge, so you definitely AkHi all day.
Yeah. I appreciate it. So
Any
I
last
just want to
thoughts?
give
Any last thoughts?
No, man. It's just I'm kind of frustrated with the whole Crawford. I think he's the best, man. I just want to see him fight the best.
I got you.
Guys, thanks for having me on. You guys have a good one. All right.
Appreciate
it.
So we got somebody who doesn't necessarily agree with Bear Down, so who thinks that Crawford is 4 people in the division that take him out. And then we got Tommy, who thinks that Crawford will take out the division. So bit of a split decision there. We want to give a shout out to OG Swag. Thanks for the super chat. Please drop your area code, and then we'll try to get you in. Also, I want to give
what did he say in the super chat? Did he OG Swag, that's my man. OG Swag, appreciate the love, fam. Hey, that's an AkHi right there. Y'all know what AkHi stand for, is my brother, and that's definitely my brother, OG Swag. So, hey, OG Swag, I want to talk to you, so definitely call in.
So I also want to give I want to give a shout out, because we don't get a lot of ladies on here, and I appreciate the female boxing aficionados. So Michelle Bucard, who's calling from a 207 area code. If you get this, give us a call in. We definitely want to hear from you.